Hello everybody and welcome to Into the Breach. My name is Stealwing33 and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be playing Into the Breach. A game about humanity has been destroyed by a threat called the Vec. The Vec are like basically bug aliens that came to Earth or came up out of the Earth. We're not really sure which one it is. And we used time travel to go back in time and stop them. We play as a series of time travelers and our crazy unstoppable mech army to destroy them. So we're going to rename the time traveler to obviously be me, Stealwing33. And we're going to play a little bit. I've been playing Into the Breach off camera, and I've just absolutely fallen in love with it. And so we're going to I'm going to explain how to play while we're playing it. Basically, we click on these islands, and the islands give us missions, and if we complete all the missions on the island, they give us rewards, and we use those rewards to upgrade our mechs, so that way we can complete the other islands easier, right? We've shown up in the nick of time. The Vec are overrunning our island. The old Earth relics here still have some fight in them. They could help us, right? So, with this mission, we need to click here, and we need to defend the train. If we can defend the train and make it take no damage, then, we win, right? It's pretty good. We place our units out on the map like this, and then it's all strategy after this, right? Each of our mechs has a unique way that they get around and do things. In addition to that, we can use those abilities to help ourselves out and do a bunch of other things, and it's quite useful, right? So first things first, I want to push you over, punch you down, and then blast you over. So our artillery unit fires in a line pattern, but it cannot shoot the spaces directly next to it, right? If you land the shot on the person, it does 1 damage. If you land it next to them, it pushes them away, right? The mech, as you saw, punches things. It deals 2 damage and pushes them 1 tile. The tank does 1 damage and pushes them 1 tile. When you push stuff on top of these little Vec spawning spots, it blocks the spawn, right? So they take 1 damage from blocking the spawn as the Vec tries to crawl up and it bumps into them, as you'll see in a second here. And they take 1 damage. Pretty easy. Depending on what the Scorpion does, we're gonna get a couple kills this round, I think. So we're gonna push you, punch you, nuke you. Easy. Like I said, I've been playing a lot Into the Breach, and it's not because I started playing it largely because I've been really enjoying it. It's by the creators of FTL, and it's just really good. I don't really know how else to describe it other than the fact that it's just really good. We're going to. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to artillery you. No. We're going to shoot you, artillery you, and punch you to death. Ah! Let's probably rename the other 2 pilots into some of my friends, huh? We'll get to it. Easy peasy. This is the most basic squad. They're pretty good. They're good at pretty much everything. They lack any spectacularly good abilities, but that makes them very flexible, which means that you can add stuff to them without really feeling like you're getting in the way of their intended purpose, right? Because the mech, it can punch, it can get the ability to dash punch, which means you can attack in a line instead of right next to you, which can be very useful. It can also gain +2 damage, which makes it do 4 damage, which basically makes it kill. There's very few things in the game that'll survive that. And even if they do, you can put the tank mech can get up to 3 damage, which is kind of crazy. Can also move further and stuff like that. But Calypso, you are now going to be Steely Phil. And Mr. Jill Monetz. Sorry, Jill, you are now Bravo 3. Our friend, or my brother and close friend. There we go. Yeah, so this is essentially how the game works, right? And as we play, as we do better and better, we'll eventually unlock more mechs and different mech types that can be very useful to us. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I've been playing this game a lot off camera, and just really have been enjoying it. I don't know how else to describe it other than it's just been really fun. You do 2 damage. here's what we're gonna do. We have to break the dam. It's part of our mission, right? It also killed that guy. Then what we're gonna do is come over here, push you out of the way, and we'll send the tank over as well. We've created kind of a terrible situation for ourselves. We can't shoot this guy, because if we shoot this guy, it'll bop him into the building and damage our grid power up here, which isn't great. So we can't shoot him, because it'll ruin everything. It will kill him, technically, but that's not what we want to do. So we're just going to end our turn without using that guy's action, which is fine. It's less than ideal, obviously, but something we can live with. So Vec are spawning. One of them's going to spawn on fire, which is useful. Us, block you, punch you to death, and we'll bop you out of the way. Our main goal is to keep the buildings alive. We do need to kill enemies, which means I don't want to do that. We have the ability to reset the turn once, exactly once, but the reason I don't want to block that spawn then is because I want the bad guys to spawn. Whenever you have a mission that's like kill X number of enemies, they only give you X number of enemies on the mission, so you have to kill all of them, and it can be very difficult to do. And we're just gonna end our turn. That's fine. The punching mech, it does the most damage, which makes it the one that's easiest to level up with. So once the guy that's in it right now, our time traveler, once he's leveled up all the way, we'll probably end up just doing it like that instead. Okay, so this is like really bad. We've sort of been put into a situation where I think we're gonna probably lose power, which ain't great. Yeah, I think we're pretty much doomed to lose power somewhere, unless we get lucky and our grid defense makes it so we don't. So we have 15% grid defense. That means every time a building gets damaged, there's a 15% chance it won't get damaged, which is good. But we got into this situation because I put my artillery back here. If I had been able to move him around a little bit better, we might have actually been in a situation. We would have been able to do more, which would have been nice. And the fucking scorpions all the time with this. Like, there's another situation where, like, I've kind of fucked us on accident. Shooting bad guys in the water gives the achievement Watery Grave. Each time we get an achievement, we get a token that lets us... If I can put them here and fire, but we can't because they're submerged. So I guess what we'll do... Just shoot you. We're gonna take 2 power loss. And then we're gonna fuck up that mission as well, which ain't great. That's bad management on my part. Losing a couple hundred people here kind of sucks. It's always bad. You want to try to, like, the first island's really easy by most statutes, right? I'm just not used to this group because I prefer... There's the second group you can unlock is called the Rusting Hulks, and they're my favorite. But that's neither here nor there. I like to try to spread out on missions like this because it lets us move around and be a little bit more mobile. These pods, if we can put a mech on it or make it stay there until the end of the round, which we'll have to put a mech on it because the tidal wave will destroy it eventually. We can use that to, or it'll give us items, which will be nice. We're gonna do that. Punch you. We're gonna push you into the water. Kill you. Super easy. Flying units are immune to... Yeah, no, I need to do that. So that guy needs to stay there. Flying units are immune to ground effects, so anything like the tidal wave, or they do get hurt by blocking, which I think is weird. But like you can see, like that effect's just ignoring the fact that it's in the water. We have to deal with it because it's not dead. That one's deceased, so we don't need to worry about him. And the rest of these we can just move out of the way of. But like we come over here, punch that guy in the face, shoot him with an artillery, and then take the tank, blast him. Should be easy. This mech's dead because the tidal wave always happens first. Any environmental effects always happen first, and then the enemies go, right? Spawning always happens last, stuff like that. so here's what we're going to do. We're going to boop you over. Get our mech off of that thing. And then we're just going to end our turn because we won. So you can kind of see, like, there we go. It's the last turn, so these guys attack and do nothing, and they bail out. Totally good. It's good. Yeah, I like this game. Like, I've been playing a lot of it lately, and I gotta say, it's pretty good. It's a lot harder than it looks. It took me, like, I don't know, a couple hours to, like, really work out how to play it correctly. We did get a core. These cores let us upgrade our robots, which is nice. And I think the first one we're going to do is get building immune. It gives me more options, which is always important in a game like this. Options are king, because that means I can shoot our own buildings and knock things away from them, which will give us, like, a little bit more wiggle room. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to run down, punch you to death. Then we're going to back up. No. Do this. And then we're going to do this. Get that fat double kill. And move him away from the fire. Yeah. These artillery units, the old world artillery things, these things are super good. They fire 2 rockets. And they hit like 2 spaces basically. The biggest issue is that they always fire 2 rockets. They always hit 2 spaces. This guy's dead because he's on fire, by the way. If you're wondering why I knocked him over there. Fire always happens first. You can see that this guy happens second, right? It goes fire damage, enemy actions, enemies emerge. So you can sort of like... You can work that out by yourself, right? So this guy's going to die. He takes 1 fire damage at the start of the turn. I could kill him with artillery as well, which is probably worth it because it gives him XP. So we're going to do that. And then we're also going to light this on fire. So that way, in the event that they decide to come over here and fight with us, don't web him. Motherfucker. Alright. That's less great. But I think we can manage this. So here's what we're going to do. Fry you. Like this. Like this. No. I'm mech's in a bad way. But I think I just parsed out the way out of it. But all right, which one of you is Zakin first? You are. Oh, but I can't move him. Right, here's what we're gonna do. Rack up, repair. You can just take the damage on the chin. Eric will shoot that guy to death, and we're good. This sucks because we are gonna take damage, but your mech's health pool is a resource, and I think it's one that you shouldn't ignore. We're in like an okay position now. And I mean like strictly just okay. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna blast him. Artillery boy is gonna blast him. Just get us a couple more kills. You're gonna shoot that guy out of the way. And you're gonna punch this dude. Easy. Easy turns. Like I said, these early missions aren't that hard. A lot of them are like, use this cool robot to help defend this power plant. And like, as long as you complete all of the objectives, you're doing pretty good, right? I try to avoid having my robots die, like my mechs die, because it's bad. But now we've completed the island. We're on to our last mission. Basically, we have to defend this tower and kill this guy, and that's it. It's super easy. Well, it's not super easy. It's pretty difficult, but you know, it's simple. We just need a focus. Yeah, the problem with the fucking mech leader, or the hive leaders, is that the hive leaders are pieces of shit, and they do, like, huge amounts of damage over huge areas. Luckily, they're pretty simple. Our buildings are immune. If I shoot you into you, which of you is attacking first? Ah, the scorpion's attacking first. I was going to try to get really cute. We'll instead just position ourselves. That should be fine. I mean, I like want to shoot one of these guys. So here's the thing. So if I come here, I take 1 damage, and I end up killing the scorpion, right? Because this guy will shoot that guy. We do 2 damage. But I think we'll just be cool. It's always better to not take damage if you can avoid it. You shoot him. There you go. Okay. What do we do about this? Well, you need to get moved, because you're going to kill the corporate tower. What do we do about this? So if I shoot you like this... Alright, I got a plan. Alright, and then we have to remove you, and we'll just take the 1 energy hit. There was probably a smarter way to do that. There was. I could have put the artillery mech in the way. The artillery mech only has 2 HP, which could be kind of dangerous. How much HP do you have? 2? Right. You're deceased. You're removed. There we go. Okay. And then you are removed. That's like building immune right there. Genius. We wouldn't have been able to do that otherwise. I would have had to have actually shot the building in order to save the building. Which doesn't make any fucking sense. We're getting a little overrun. It's always better to kind of like deal with the Vec, like while they're on the board, basically. Like kill them all regularly. Here's what we're gonna do. Knock you guys around. Wait, reset turn. Reset turn. Hold on a minute. So, here's the problem, right? This guy's gonna... this is easy. Deal with that guy, he's gone, right? Now we have 2 bad guys remaining that we need to deal with. I think our only move is to do this. Right, just shoot him, I guess. Like, it doesn't help us. We're gonna lose another power. Which sucks, because, like... No. You don't want to lose power. It's a resource. It's something that you could eat if you need to, right? But if it hits 0, we lose. So, like, we gotta be more careful. Like, we can lose mechs. Losing mechs isn't that big of a deal. We completed our first island. We get to spend rep. We have 7 corporate rep, which means we can buy 7 stars worth of this stuff, right? Tempted. I should have put that on. Mechs no longer take damage when blocking emerging Vec. That's really good. We're going to take that as well. We're going to buy a reactor core and 2 power. You have power available. we'll deal with that in a second. And then why don't you take stabilizers? And those need to be powered, so we'll put a core in on you. Alright, good. You have power available though. Because his thing gives he gives his Mac +1 reactor by being in it. Which is great. And I think with that we'll make you move more. Right, cool. But that is going to do it for this episode. We'll be hitting the next island, the RST Corporation, on the next episode. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, let me know. If you guys want to see more Into the Breach, let me know in the comments down below. You know, it's a new game. It's out currently on Steam. I believe it's like $15 by the creators of FTL. If you're interested in it, go check it out. I'll have the link to the Steam store page in the comments below. So yeah, with that, thank you all so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye!